How's it going, guys? It's Danny, and I got another quick tip for you guys tonight. This one's a follow-up to my how to rank up faster video. I did say in the video that I would do a like a template or a class setup to any kind of style of play you guys request, and this is I'm making this video for the sniper type of style of play person for Aim's trick shots, requested by Aim's trick shots. And so yeah, here we are. So let's get started. By the way, I'm making two kinds of sniper classes tonight. One for your run and gun sniper, and one for your trick shotters out there. The reason I said run and gun sniper class is because guys, in this channel I don't like camping. I'm just a guy that doesn't like camping. It just feels boring. So even if I'm using a sniper, you'll never see me sitting in one spot for the rest of the game. It just pisses me off when people do it. So if you're looking for a campy style of sniper class, this is not the video for it. This video will show you a sniper class where you can run around, get a lot more kills just by not sitting in your ass in one spot for the rest of the game. So let's get started with the run and gun sniper class first. And the sniper we chose today is the L115, and in my opinion that's the best sniper right now in the game. And the attachment I picked for it is the armor piercing attachment. The reason is because usually when people are camping behind walls, they're behind cover, usually the armor piercing attachment allows you to kill them or make sure they get enough damage for them to be killed, even if they're hiding behind cover. You can also experiment using chrome lined. The only reason I'd recommend this attachment is only on maps like Stonehaven, huge maps where there's huge lines of sight where people usually tend to camp behind cover. I find that this attachment usually helps me finish off the guy without having to get a hit marker, because when I use the armor piercing on Stonehaven, I find that every time I shoot a guy in the far distance, I usually get a hit marker. So while using the chrome line, I tested it out. It does finish the job and make sure the guy, what matter distance he is, will be a one-shot kill. Although keep in mind that will take a big chunk of your accuracy, so I'll just keep looking out for that. You can you can also experiment with thermal, but I'll get to that soon later on when we get to the tactical part. For the secondary, I'm going to use the MP443 Grash. The reason for that is because it has a very fair damage and fire rate compared to the other weapons. I used to use the PDW, but I found that the PDW didn't have enough damage, and I usually use gunfights. It was more of a gunfight decider, if you want to put it that way. So I find the Grash is a lot more mobile, has a fair amount of fire, damage and fire rate. And the attachment that I use for the MP443 is the extended mags. Usually I use this attachment because, say, if I'm going in a room with the pistol and encounter more than one enemy, etc., in any situations where you can't reload in that certain particular situation that you need to have extra ammo on you. So I usually recommend extended mags. You can also try akimbo in some of those maps that are full of skyscraper maps or building maps where there's a lot of office buildings, head-to-head action. Usually there's more than one person, so I like to spray with my akimbo. It has more high damage, better chance of hitting both players. You can also experiment with that. Remember, this is just a template. You can try anything you like, but this is just my recommendation to use the extended mags. For lethal, I like to use the frag grenade. The reason I didn't use any of the other ones, like I said before, this is a run and gun. There is no C4s, nothing. I like to run around, get people behind cover, make sure you don't, get them out of their spots, make sure you can't pinch them, to be more exact. The reason I use the Semtex is because this is due to this class being a far range class. Semtex has a very short range and you can't cook it, so that's why I prefer the frag grenade over the Semtex, because I can cook it a certain amount of time. I can throw it further, that's for sure. But you can also try the Semtex if that's what you roll with. It's all up to you. For the tactical, I just use the standard 9-bang. The reason for that is because when you hold the 9-bang to the fullest, you can actually get an EMP effect that disables enemies' electronics, equipment, anything that they have sitting out there in the same area they're in. Will help make sure clear out the whole area before you go in there. Say if you're a pistol or your sniper. For the perk list, what I chose was where ready up, sleight of hand, steady aim, and quick draw. Ready up would actually help you get your weapon ready a lot faster after sprinting, and that's perfect since you're going to be running around with the sniper. You see a guy running around the corner, you'll be able to you have more time to react, or faster reaction time to quick scope the guy, or get a quick drag shot on him. Sleight of hand, obviously faster reloading, just in case you miss most of your shot. You're having a sniper battle with another sniper, you always want to reload faster, and continue firing. Steady aim is obviously a no-brainer, increasing hip fire accuracy. You're running around the corner, you see a person, you have no time to aim, you just hip fire. So steady aim will make sure you land that, give you a good 70% chance of you hitting the shot without having to scope in. And lastly, quick draw for faster aiming, obviously, because most of the time you don't have to be running 24/7. You can be standing still, you could be looking around. Quick draw will make sure to give you same effect as ready up, but instead of sprinting all the time, you can be standing still. For the perks, I do, since I'm a OBJ player, I do like to have the SATCOM, just to know where my teammates are, so I don't run in there like an idiot. That's a no-brainer, obviously. And I also like to have the guard dog. The reason is because, say if all fails, like I said, Call of Duty is not a perfect situation game. Things might fail, things might not go your way, right? So the dog, say if you miss your shots, the guy kills you too quickly, the dog will make sure to finish off the kill since the guy's already busy killing you. Because these dogs are absolutely beast until they patch them. I don't know if they're ever gonna patch them. And lastly, I chose the sentry gun. The reason is because, like I said before, I am a OBJ player. I do prefer, when I'm playing objective players, to have like a sentry gun in my arsenal to protect the flag, maybe, or any kind of objective deemed game mode. So that's what I like to use in terms of kill streaks. Don't be afraid to try any of these. Like I said before, when I said the thermal part, we can experiment with the thermal. You can have, instead of the tactical, you can have a smoke and then have the thermal attachment on top, because you can throw the smoke and then that will confuse the enemy, say that's camping, that can't see you, that has a good leverage or a good tactical position on you. The smoke will give you cover, while even trying to pick him off using the thermal, where you can look through the smoke. You can try that. You can try any other combo that you'd like. Don't be afraid to try different things in terms, because remember, this is a template. These are from my recommendations. What I find most comfortable with. This is the class that I play with when I'm using a sniper. You can use it as a template, but you can tweak whatever you don't like. Maybe a different kill streak, maybe a different lethal, different perks, whatever you prefer. Just make sure to know what kind of a player you are. That's pretty much it for the run and gun class setup. So let's move on to the trick shot. Alright, let's move on to the next part, and that is the how to make a trick shotting class for all you trick shotters out there. Please keep in mind, this is not the ultimate trick shotting class. I am not a trick shotter. I repeat, I am not a trick shotter. This is based on recommendations from my friends. There are trick shotters, some people on Twitter that recommended me this class setup, so I just thought I would put this in so I don't have to make it in another video. Just kind of a bonus for you guys. For the trick shot class setup, we will choose the same sniper again, the L115, great sniper. For the attachment, I usually, or do the recommendations, use the armor piercing attachment due to the the possibility of people being behind walls, so you can get a nice wall bang for your montage / mini edit. Usually most of the good trick shots are made out of sniper, wall bangs and stuff like that, usually, so you don't, make sure you don't get a hit marker when you hit somebody through the wall, which is really unfortunate if that happens. That's it for in terms of attachments. You can also try extended mags on the side with the armor piercing, just for you to have more chances in one try. You don't have to reload, but I usually just put armor piercing. It's up to you. For the secondary, I picked the Magnum. There's no reason really I picked the Magnum for, other than that it looks good. You can pick any other pistol you want. It doesn't help you, get the trick shot any better. I just think the Magnum has a nicer animation, like gun switching animations. It looks a lot better. And usually most trick shot montages that I've seen, the person is usually holding a Magnum or some sort of a classic weapon. like the Magnum. So yeah, it's totally up to you though. Whatever you like, put whatever attachment you like on it, whatever suits you. This is just an optional, thing you can have. Alright, for lethal is obviously the throwing knife, just in case you want to get your, across the map throwing knife kills. Also for your montages, if you're that kind of person, you like throwing the knife across the map, that floats your boat, go ahead. For tactical, this is actually, it was recommended, but I thought this would make sense if I picked the concussion. The reason is because you can use the concussion to slow down your enemy, so you can get more time to set up for your trick shot, better angle, better position. Put them in just the position where they can't avoid your trick shot. That's why I picked the concussion. And I've seen in like Black Ops 2 in montages where people use shock charges, and I made another like a comment on that, and where I've seen people use shock charges, and the reason is because it would help them slow down the enemy so they can make sure they're in the right position for their trick shot. So I usually use concussion. You can use any other tactical you want, but I do recommend concussion due to its usefulness to make the enemy go slower for you to get your trick shot. For perks, I picked sleight of hand, steady aim, quick draw, and resilience. The reason is because sleight of hands has obviously faster reloading. Say in case you run out of bullets, you run out faster, you reload faster, so you can get back into your trick shotting attempts. Because I know you never get the trick shot in one try unless you're the son of Jesus. But steady aim, that's another good, obviously a no-brainer, is because it increases your hipfire accuracy, so you can get a no scope, higher chance of getting your 360 no scope, your whatever you kind of trick shots you're making where you're not aiming, your 360s, your ladder fakes, whatever you want. This will ensure give you a higher chance of hitting your across the map no scope. Quick draw is also the same thing as before. Faster aiming for for your quick scope, for your drag scopes, for your multi-room, multi-kill feats. I've seen montages of people. Is really popular when some guy goes in a room with a sniper. There's 5 guys in there, and he literally demolished all 5 guys by just quick scoping them, and that is due to the the sleight of hand attachment or the quick draw attachment in this game. And lastly, I picked resilience, is because obviously when you jump off a cliff, usually most of your trick shots are going to be made, or the position of them is going to be off. You're jumping in the air, spinning in the air off a cliff or a high spot, right? So resilience will cancel out the falling damage, causing you to not look like an idiot, missing your shot and then dying, especially if it's search and destroy. You can have a lot more chances of just, 1 chance per round. If it's a high, keep in mind, this is only if it's a high ground that you're trying to achieve the shot with. In terms of perks, there is literally no setup for perks. You can have like a recon kind of setup for perks, so you can know your enemies are, so you can have a better chance. So like a SATCOM or like an Oracle, whatever you like that will pinpoint you the location of your enemy, so you can you know where you're shooting instead of blindly spinning in the air and shooting random shots. Unless that's how trick shotters do it, because I don't know anything about trick shotting. I'm only doing a class setup video. I'm not teaching you how to trick shot. That's all up to you. That's pretty much it for trick shotting. That's pretty much it for the whole video, actually. For both class setups, make sure you experiment with both kind of class types. Don't be afraid to try anything you like, anything in terms of the run and gun, the trick shot, whatever you like, whatever you think is suitable for you. Remember, like I said in my previous video, where it's important to know what kind of a player you are, what you like, what you're comfortable using. So if you're comfortable using a certain attachment that's not in this video, go right ahead. Nothing is stopping you. More power to you. And that's pretty much it in terms of just your general class setup and defining who you are. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a like. And if you have any other concerns about the perks, classes, anything in this game you'd like to know, just hit me up in the comments. I'll be sure to make a video about it, or even just reply you quickly on the comments if it's a small question. Other than that, make sure to drop a like, maybe subscribe, and as always, have a nice day. See ya.